For decades, Captains Al and Aaron Avalar made a living as commercial fishermen. But as the fish stocks declined, it took more and more time to bring in the same amount of fish. On their boat, they noticed that people stopped fishing whenever whales were sighted. And when the whales came close to the boat, their passengers were absolutely fascinated. The excitement of seeing the whales, visiting them in their environment, was a moving, almost spiritual experience for many people. There were always questions about the whales, and most couldn't be answered. In 1976, the Avalar family set sail on a bold new adventure. They would establish the first whale watch operation on the east coast of the United States. On one afternoon in May, 2 large humpback whales were sighted. Captain Aaron Avalar, a very capable and observant mariner, was the first person to notice a difference in the shapes of the dorsal fins on the backs of both whales. One had a more triangular dorsal fin, and the other one was hooked. However, the big difference was that the first whale had white scars over a large area of its dorsal fin. Captain Avalar told several scientists on the boat that day that he was naming them Salt and Pepper, because one dorsal fin looked like it was covered with salt, while the other's dorsal was all black. Scars and marks on the whales' bodies were known as field marks. Scientists also knew that the underside of the humpback's tail was unique to each animal, just like a fingerprint. When the whale named Salt raised its tail, it was mostly white with black in the center. There were also black lines and dots on the white part of the tail. Other humpback whale tails range from all black to all white, and everything in between. By taking pictures of Salt's tail pattern and dorsal fin, this whale could be identified when alone or with other whales. The tails and dorsal fins of all the other humpback whales were also photographed. Now many individual whales could be identified. This process provided a new method to learn what we know about whales today. Salt is one of just a few whales to be sighted every year since 1976. Salt was a welcome sight each spring when that familiar white dorsal fin came into view. Salt was sighted many times over the next 3 years. Salt was usually alone, but sometimes was seen with other large humpback whales. No one knew if Salt was a male or female humpback until 1980, when she was sighted with a small calf for the first time. Captain Avalar now had a new job. Not only was he a whale watch captain, but he was called upon to give the new calf its name. Never one to shirk any responsibility, Captain Avalar decided that each calf that returned with Salt would be given a name related to her name. And as you will see, Salt kept him busy. This first calf was named Crystal. Salt and Crystal were often seen throughout the spring, summer, and fall of 1980. Crystal was observed imitating his mother, learning to do all the things a baby whale needs to know. One day, he was lobtailing, and his tail was photographed. This was important because humpback calves usually stay with their mothers for only 1 year. Now scientists had a way of tracking Crystal throughout his lifetime. Passengers on the boats loved hearing the story of Salt and Crystal, and so he became famous.